Hi, alright, so now we're into my gecko room, and I've got my leopard gecko out, one of my leopard geckos. I'm not going to bore you with all of my leopard geckos because I have, I think, 6 or 7 right now, 7, and I'll only show you a couple of my favorites, and so these are my leopard geckos. I can't remember exactly what, right off the top of my head. I've got it written down in a book, what morph this one is. She's one of my favorites, though. She's really gorgeous. The only problem with these guys is they've given me a lot of grief and a lot of heartache, so I'm thinking of selling them coming up this spring to a pet store around here that I know will take them. It's just come to a point in my life where I don't really want to mess around with geckos anymore, except for crested geckos, because I'd really like to get into the other Rhacodactylus genus, which would be like Leachianus and gargoyles and stuff like that. I guess they're not Rhacodactylus anymore, sorry. But it's just come to a point in time where I can't handle so many leopard geckos, so to speak. And leopard geckos, great first reptile. Don't get me wrong. It's just I've kind of outgrown them. And so for the person who commented on my anaconda eaten alive video saying that I should do a video on leopard geckos, number one, I don't really feel like I'm qualified to give expert care advice on leopard geckos. But I can give you care advice. It won't be expert, and these animals will be gone soon. Except for a couple of them. A couple of them are staying with me because they're like my pets. They're like my best friends. So, yeah. So, here's one of my females. I'll show you a male in a second. She's really pretty, though. Okay, this isn't my male, but this is my feistiest of all my leopard geckos. This is my Max Snow, and she is feisty. She's the only leopard gecko to actually bite me. So, that's pretty cool. She's a pretty cool little animal. She's a wild looking little thing too, all those spots on her. She's super cool. I'll be sad to see her go, but at the same time, I think they've outstayed their welcome in Mad Exotics. So this is my male. He's a super hypo. Very pretty animal. He will not be one of the ones I'm keeping. He's actually the one that actually lost his tail a while back. So that's the regrow tail. So he's super cool and super personable, but like I said, they're just not my creature anymore. Alright, so now we're on to crested geckos, and this is the smaller of my 3 crested geckos. This is one of my females, but as you can see right now, she's actually in shed. This is another, I would say, starter animal. That's why I think I've sold so many. I've sold so many to new people, and new people into the reptile hobby are getting interested because of some of the animals I produced, and that is so cool. I love that. That is one of the reasons I'm a breeder. I love getting more people interested in the hobby, and if it takes getting them crested gecko at a lower price in the pet stores around here, then I'm totally for it. I'd go bankrupt breeding these crested geckos, I'm telling you. I don't think that's possible, but I think I definitely would, because I just love them. These things are amazing. So this is my male crested gecko. I named him Diablo because, much like that Max Snow leopard gecko, he's the only crested gecko to have bitten me. And he's very, very active and very feisty, even though it's in the into the winter season, and very deep into the winter season. Actually, it's almost done. So this is Diablo. He is absolutely gorgeous. I love that coloration on him. I haven't seen too many other crested geckos up here that look like him. He's not fired up right now, by the way. I got him actually when I got rid of the ball pythons. I used the funds from that to fund more crested geckos because I love crested geckos. I'm totally gonna get more. Shh, don't tell my mother. But they're just so cool. I love crested geckos, gargoyle geckos, Leachianus geckos. I know I've already been over this, but if I could just have legions upon legions of those geckos, I would be a very happy man. I love these geckos so much. Them, blue-tongued skinks, and bearded dragons are my all-time favorite lizards, I think, on this planet, which is actually pretty crazy. But I got a couple other ones, but they probably will not be owned by me until I move down south. But here's the thing about crested geckos. They're so simple to keep. They're so simple to breed, and like I said earlier, I mean, I can't get enough. I can't get enough of crested geckos. Whoa! That's the only thing about them that's a little bit iffy with me, is I never really know when they're going to jump, and when they do jump, they make it pretty spectacular. This basically was my very first crested gecko, and she is adorable. I love her. She's got little Dalmatian spots on her. It's nothing to write home about, but when she fires up, she is a really beautiful crested gecko. She's just really tubby, and I'm not really too sure how she got so tubby. I feed her the exact same amount that I feed the other ones, and you've seen the shape of the other ones. They don't look this fat, but I'm okay with it as long as she's happy and as long as it's going to give her long life. She's not obese, so that's good. Fat lizard's a happy lizard, not an obese one like I said previously. But really beautiful geckos. I love crested geckos. So here's my male hognose snake. This is going to be a really short video about the hognose snake because he's actually in brumination right now and I don't want to warm him up too much with my body temperature. So he is a Shanklin albino hognose snake. I have 3 more hognose snakes, which are all females. They're his girlfriends coming up for this breeding season, which I'm super pumped about, and I love their bellies. I've gone over their bellies in other videos, and they're crazy. I've never seen snakes with that coloration of belly. It's super cool. Even the normal ones have insane color of bellies. And of course that cute little hog nose, their namesake. And this animal's actual name is actually Peter. Like I said before, I name all of my animals pretty harmless names. The way you're supposed to breed hognose snakes is the brumination period. You're supposed to start off with that. And starting off with the brumination period, you got to keep it colder in a room. Same thing with crested geckos. I love keeping them in the same room because they're identical when it comes to temperature differences and temperature gradients throughout the year. I love that. Absolutely love that. The females are actually not breeding at this time of year for my crested geckos, and females are definitely not breeding for the hognoses just yet. But here's the thing. Also during that time of brumination, because of where they come from, they I believe they go down into burrows for the wintertime, which means that they get virtually no exposure to sunlight, and that's why they're underneath this blanket here. Don't worry, I don't forget them. They get clean water every single day. The only thing is, they haven't eaten for a while, which is super cool. They haven't lost a gram of weight, and they haven't eaten, I think, since first of November, I think, was the last meal that all of them got. And one of them hadn't even eaten the week before, which is, it blows my mind. They haven't lost a single gram of weight. They're still alert. They're still active as you can imagine them that they would be, because it is fairly chilly in the room. But so this spring, I'll show you some feeding videos of these guys because they are crazy feeders. I love to watch them eat. That sounded kind of creepy. But they are amazing eaters. They're amazing feeders. They are so much fun to keep and care for. And they're cute little noses. I just love their little noses. So I hope you enjoyed this week's 2 episodes of Mad Exotics. I'm trying to make this a weekly thing. So next week, be sure to tune in for another video. I'm pretty excited about this next video. I can't reveal too many details, but I'm pretty pumped about it. And it'll be probably Wednesday of next week. I'll have it edited and put on the internet. But until then, this has been Mad Exotics. I'm Marcus Dell'Olio. Have a good day.